Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Oscar de la Hoya claims to have never received an offer for Ryan Garcia vs Gervonta Tank Davis. The Golden Boy boss dismissed the idea of Ryan Garcia facing Gervonta Tank Davis on the DAZN Boxing Show. It's no secret that Ryan Garcia wants to face knockout artist Gervonta Tank Davis. Following his win against Luke Campbell at the start of 2021, Garcia has constantly called out Tank, whether it be on his social channels or during numerous media appearances. However, while there have been claims from Tank's camp that an offer had been made, Oscar de la Hoya, Garcia's promoter, quickly shut down any rumors about negotiations between the two camps. The truth behind it is that we never received any type of offer, de la Hoya told the DAZN Boxing Show when asked about the potential fight between the two. Instead of facing Tank, de la Hoya is hoping he can secure a fight with the unified lightweight champion Kambosos Jr. if Garcia puts on an impressive display against Emmanuel Tagoya on April 9th. Ryan Garcia, if everything goes well on April 9th on DAZN, I'm looking hopefully to continue the discussions with Ludibella and fight Kambosos, de la Hoya said. I'm hearing that Lomachenko is having some difficulties getting over to Australia. We are willing to fly over to Australia and talk to Dibella and make this fight happen next for Ryan Garcia in Australia. That's how committed Ryan Garcia is. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 7,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Gervonta Davis warned, "You get hit too much, I will whoop you." Gervonta Tank Davis moving up to super lightweight would see a welcome wagon of potential suitors, one of which would be a former world champion. Regis Grace fired a warning to Davis if he decided to make 140 his permanent home. Grace would personally like to greet him if he does. The former WBA ruler believes any future fight will be easy work against the Floyd Mayweather protege. "I will whoop him," Grace told Fight Hub TV. "Too big, too fast, too strong. I got a chin. I stay active. He's the big puncher, he does have skills, he's a southpaw. Sometimes he can be slick, but when he gets into fight mode, he's kinda like the same person like me. He likes to fight. Once I get my rhyme, I think it would probably be a pretty comfortable fight. He gets hit a lot. You can't get hit too much by me." Grace has to come through Tyrone McKenna this weekend before any Davis fight could come to fruition. However, Grace also believes he is miles ahead of Irishman. "I am levels above him," Grace said. "He's never been to this level before, and he's never been hit by me before. I guarantee you have never been hit by someone like me before." Jack Catterall. There should be undisputed champion at super lightweight. Jack Catterall recently joined the same promotional band as Grace. Therefore, that encounter could be far more realistic than Gervonta Davis. Catterall will also have his eyes firmly focused on tomorrow's WBC final eliminator between Regis Grace and Tyrone McKenna. He believes that joining Probellum will play a key role in getting him a well-deserved second shot at world glory, said a statement. Catterall added, "I will be ringside again on Saturday night here in Dubai to closely watch Grace against McKenna. I really fancy a fight with a winner. I can't wait to get back in the ring and fight again." Beating Josh Taylor last time out, Catterall is in the form of his life and on course for a world title shot next. Gervonta Davis. Tank Davis fights Rolando Romero at lightweight and has a future at the higher weight limit to consider afterward. Boxing. Gervonta Davis might have been ducking this fight for a year. Tank Davis may be one of the most awarded fighters due to his massive power. However, it seems that the Tank has done the same thing as an interesting lightweight contender, is willing to clash with him for a long time ago, but has gotten no answer yet. Even without an absolute world championship on his waist right now, Gervonta Davis is one of the most targeted men in boxing. Among all the options available to pick, there is a lightweight prospect that he could have been ducking since 2021, preventing boxing fans to enjoy one of the most anticipated clashes. On May 28, Tank Davis has already a scheduled fight against Rolando Romero, a clash that was supposed to happen in December 2021, but was cancelled due to Romero's legal accusations of sexual harassment, from which he was acquitted later. Gervonta Tank Davis is putting on the table his minor WBA lightweight title, the one he took away from Cuban Yorkist Gamboa in 2019. On the other hand, Rolando Romero is exposing his undefeated condition. Undoubtedly, this fight to be held at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn may not last long due to the power in the fist of both contenders. The rival Gervonta Davis doesn't want to face. The best fights for boxing fans are certainly the most difficult ones to have for the boxer. However, that is how legacy and greatness is achieved. There is a rival that could offer a great reputation rival to the Gervonta Davis, but it seems that the latter may have been attacking him. At least this is what Oscar de la Hoya has suggested. In an interview for the DAZN Boxing Show, the Golden Boy has confirmed the interest that Ryan Garcia, one of his charges, has in colliding with Tank Davis. King Rai has made it public many times, especially after defeating Luke Campbell in 2021. Nevertheless, an answer is still being waited. The truth behind it is that we never received any type of offer, stated de la Hoya, to put an end to the rumors about Ryan Garcia clashing soon with Gervonta Davis. Instead of this mega fight, the California native may have other plans for his short future. Ryan Garcia, if everything goes well on April 9th on DAZN, I'm looking hopefully to continue the discussions with Ludibella and fight Kambosos. Ryan Garcia and Canelo Alvarez relationship has broken down, with Garcia feeling he was treated poorly by the Mexican fighter. The 23-year-old Garcia announced that his return to the ring in February, following a one-year absence after sustaining a broken wrist, and he decided to move away from trainer Eddie Reynoso, who has worked with Canelo all his career. Instead, he will work with Joe Goosen, who trained his as an amateur. The bond that Garcia and Canelo had was broken long before these decisions from Garcia, thought as a result of comments made by Canelo over his teammates' professionalism. Ryan has a lot of talent, but to me, in my eyes, he is wasting a lot of time and wasting his talent, Canelo said in November 2021. I look at him and doesn't see him 100% dedicated, and to us that's a bad signal. Ryan Garcia's response to Canelo Alvarez from that moment on, the exchange between the pair. I was shocked and kind of confused by it, Garcia said on Chris Manning's podcast. I didn't quite understand why he would say something like this, especially to the media, because he could have definitely taken me somewhere else and told me personally. He kind of took it as disloyal. Despite his comments, Garcia doesn't have any bad feelings toward his ex-teammate. I would never do that to him. I would never speak about him in the gym about what I think he should be doing, he said. He's a great fighter and a great human being. I hope the best for him. But when he said that, I felt betrayed, Garcia said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.